The second thing you just mentioned is the monetary system. Yesterday was the 15th of August, 2020. Exactly 49 years before yesterday is the day that Nixon abolished the gold standard. Right, and up until that point, the US dollar was linked to gold at $35 an ounce. All the other currencies in the whole world were linked to the dollar at a pegged rate. All the currencies in the world were then, in a sense, linked to gold, all right? God's money, okay? And because of various reasons, he announced that that would no longer be the case, which gave rise to the current monetary system that we are in, called the Fiat Monetary System, where you got all of the floating currencies across the world that are not backed by anything. They are simply printed money by the government of the day. The more money they print, the more is the inflation. Right? Inflation is simply a tax on the people, right, without them knowing it, because the government just print the money, but it dilutes the money supply. The whole fiat money system that we know, for most of us, if you speak to most people about this, they say, "What are you talking about?" Because, why? That's all we know. That's all we've grown up with. And there's a saying that goes, the worst kind of slave is the slave who doesn't know he's a slave. We are all slaves to this, this ungodly system of fiat money, which is fraudulent because they print money out of nothing, and it's debt-based. Debt-based. The amount of debt that existed in 1971 compared to now is only a tiny fraction, right, in the whole world. The amount of debt that exists today is more than it has ever been in the whole history. Now, debt is slavery. The Bible says the borrower is a slave to the lender. And and so it's an evil system. Now we know 49 years, what happens? There's a Jubilee. Is the 50th year. So in the next year, starting from yesterday, in the next year, the judgment of God is coming on the fiat money system of the world, the banking system of the world. The banking system that we know today is fraudulent. They have a thing that's called fractional reserve lending, where the banks by law only have to have 1/10 of the money. So if Uncle Herbie comes right, and he deposits 1,000 rand in his right into his fixed deposit, the bank are legally allowed to lend out to other people 10,000 rand. That's creating money out of thin air. The banking system right, is set up by the banking elite who've been in the business for 500-600 years. They control the money supply of the whole world. It's a fraudulent system, and God's judgment is going to come on it